This thing's on here pretty good still. Wire it so that I can get trim. And what's up guys, DIY Salvage Guy here. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, we just learn as we go. On today's episode, we're gonna be doing an unboxing of all the parts that we just got for the Mustang, and we're gonna be getting the bumper reinforcement off. So like, subscribe, throw me some comments, interact with me, make sure you guys have those post notifications on, and make sure you guys are following on all the socials at DIY Salvage Guy, and make sure you guys check out the merch line down below, help support the channel. Let's hop into this. Alright, so now that we got the headlights in, next thing we gotta do, can't really do too much more right now, because we gotta wait for the parts for the front, but we can take this off, so we'll at least do that. Then we'll probably be calling it a day for today. So we got all the bolts out. Now the only thing left to do is probably smack with the hammer. Alright, so quick update slash note. I don't know where it actually disconnects. If it actually disconnects here or if this whole bracket comes with it. So before I do anything and wind up breaking anything that I'm going to regret, I'm just going to let it stay here for now, and then I'm going to get the new impact bar and see exactly what I get, and then we'll know what we need to take off from where. This thing's on here pretty good still. There's no bolts holding it on, so not that I know of anyway. I took out all 4 or 8 bolts, so we'll see. We should have those parts in a couple days, and then we'll get back to this. Alright guys, we are back with the next day, and I realized something today. As an adult, when you start building cars, there's actually a better day than Christmas. It's called Parts Delivery Day. So let's go check out what we got, because it looks like we're gonna have some awesome stuff here right now. Alright guys, looks like we got our front impact bar, so that's good. So we can swap that out with the one that we have on there. Good. Good to know that it does come with this. We were trying to pry this off yesterday, so wait for our parts to come in, then we'll start making messes. Learn as we go, guys. And this looks like it is our bumper. So let's cut this bad boy open. Oh yeah, guys. Check this out. We got our front bumper. Quality seems to be pretty good. It's I think they call it a Kappa certified. So we know that we should be getting everything, and it should be good with that. So let's get this out of the way a little bit. Move to a bigger house and still not big enough. This looks good here, guys. Looks to be good quality. Very happy with this as of now. We'll know more when we go to test fit it and get everything on. But for now, looking good. Looks like exactly what we ordered. We got it for a pretty cheap price. So let's check out what else we have and see if we got any more goodies. Right. Parts day is the best day. Because that means that we get to progress more with our builds. This is arguably the most expensive piece to this build right now. What it is the, let's not destroy it, while we're taking it apart. But what it is the lower balance for the front bumper for the California Special. Damn, this thing looks good. Came with the fog lights. Supposed to connect right in here. Oh, we'll figure out how it goes on later. But I assume it's something like that. Looks good. All right. Now for the last box. Comes with instructions. And so it comes with some wires, which is good because we do have a surprise in store for this build. We're going to be adding a couple extra components to it, so that'll be fun. And lastly, check out this box. Ah, disappointment. Not one of our car parts. Damn it. Alright guys, we are back with some more parts. Running out of space in the garage, so we're gonna open some stuff inside. The only thing better than parts day is second parts day. This is where you start getting everything that you need, getting everything all buttoned up. Oh yeah, guys. Foam absorber, nothing special, but it's what we need. Now, I personally love the look of the GTs with that grille, and I know that this car has the CS model, but I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to get this grille. I'll show you guys in a second. So, we got the Mustang GT grille right here. We got the fog lights, we got the horse, and we got the whole assembly here. So, pretty happy with that. The car has the CS, so it's a different grille than what's on here, but I like the idea of having double sets of fog lights per se. So I'm hoping that I will be able to wire it so that I can get these to work, in addition to the ones that are on the floor with the actual CS edition bumper and balance. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. But not as fun as opening more boxes. All right, so I like the look of the standard Mustang taillights, but so I went online and I bought them standard, and the guy was able to sell me this, I think it's MMD taillight trim as well. And I think that they look really good with this. It's basically, I think it'll fit the theme of the car, basically being all black. You got the windshield tinted out, you got the entire, all the windows tinted, black car, got the black trim. And I think that this is gonna add something a little extra to it. So these are the taillights that we're gonna be using on the vehicle. So excited about that. So both look in good condition, no issues. come with the bulbs and everything too, so that saves us a little extra money. So everything looks good here. So we already need some, obviously some nuts to put these bad boys in, but no cracks, everything's good. So, moving on. You guys know what this is? Of course you do. Mustang airbag. Ours obviously blew in the accident, so we got a brand new one from Ford. On this channel, you guys know that I like saving money and trying to keep this as DIY as possible. But with this and all the recalls that went on in that era, it was not worth getting something like that. So we spent the extra money, we got it directly from the dealer. Certain things you just don't skimp on. This is gonna be one of them. So, on to the next. This thing not exactly exciting, but needed nonetheless. This is the rear trim panel for the car. They throw it out for absolutely no reason. So we got a new one, and we officially almost have everything that we need in order to rebuild this car. And we do have the bumper as well, but we're not going to do that right now because it's stuck in the back of the truck. So we're gonna hop outside and get working on this. All right, so we are back and we officially have our bumper reinforcement now. You guys remember me saying that I didn't know how that actually came off. So now that we have our part, just do a quick side by side. Let me open this up. Looks like it goes like this. But what I do know is that this is part of this. So this whole thing needs to come off. So what I did was I sprayed it up with some PB Blaster the other day, let it sit for a little bit. It's been a couple days now. So hopefully we'll be able to just hammer that off. So we'll give that a shot now. If not, we'll hit it with some crowbars and we're gonna get that off. All right guys, so I don't know how this comes off. I took the 4 bolts out. It looks like there might be weld points on here for this as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check out some of my favorite YouTubers who already actually did this. And right now, let me know if you guys have seen the Goon Squad Mustang rebuild. And I'm gonna see how they wind up getting this off when they do it. So, I'm gonna check their out. I'm gonna check them out right now and see if I can pick up some tips from them. Always good to utilize other YouTubers in terms of this stuff. So right now we're checking out V-Tuned, pulling out that front bumper frame rail for the Goon Squad. So let's see if we can get some ideas of how he gets this off eventually. All right, so it turns out I watched them do it and all they did was just chop off the front end. So it actually doesn't help me at all. So back to square one, but message still stands. Check out your other YouTubers when they do a build like this because you stand to learn a lot from them. Hopefully you guys will learn from me as I trial through this and keep going. So love Goon Squad, love V-Tuned, and we're gonna keep trying to learn from them as we go. All right, so it looks like there might be some spot welds on here. So I'm gonna try to drill these out. I got the drill, I got the hammer drill there. Try this real quick, just see how it does. We might have to use the hammer drill, but we'll try this real quick. Alright, so a quick update. I was correct in thinking that there were spot welds. So there's 3 of them. Took forever to get out. Finally used the big guy and a lot of pressure and a couple drill bits. And we were finally able to get this thing off. So, happy with that. So now we gotta do the same thing on the other side. We should have 3. At least we know what we're doing now. We know what we have to do. So let's get that off. And then we'll assess the damage and everything else that's on here. But looking okay right now. Alright, so we are almost finally off with this thing. What a pain in the butt. We got the last one. Gonna smack a couple times, hopefully it just comes off. Boom! Finally! God, what a pain in the butt. I gotta figure out a better way to get spot welds off, because if I ever need to replace a quarter panel, that is, wow. That's really bad, but at least it's off. And, geez, give you guys a quick look at the different ones. Oh man, that was tough. But just like that, guys, you guys see the differences. Obviously, damage was here. So we're done with this. We'll be able to chuck that, hop this, put this new one on. Let's just assess this front end real quick. Make sure everything's good. I think it is. We just got to bend, looks like this back a little bit, no big deal. And we'll get this on and start the rebuild process. So the front frame rail, I guess, is slightly bent, I guess from the accident. So we're just gonna heat it up slightly and bend it back. Alright, so we're good with this now. Let's line up the new impact bar, see if we can get the bolts on, and be done with that aspect. Then we'll throw the bumper absorber foam on, see if we have some little rivets that will actually work in it. Maybe we can even drill out these holes slightly and see. But we'll start with this right now. So I do want to point something out here, guys. So this was bent, right? So you guys can obviously see that we have a gap, a separation here. Now I could sit here and I could try to bang this out or hammer it out or whatever, but I'm not gonna do that. So what I did was I put the bolts in here. So this one, that lines up good, and this one lines up good as well. And this one's off a little bit, and this is off a little bit. So these impact bars or bumper reinforcements use 3 short bolts and 1 longer bolt. Now the short bolt won't actually fit in there. So what I'm doing is I'm using the longer bolt, and I'm basically just gonna tighten it up so that this gradually pulls this out towards this, and this eventually just seats together the way that we want it to. So, and we'll do that for all of these down here, little by little, that way it seats correctly. But just wanted to point that out, guys, that you can use your screws and your hardware in order to better assist you rather than trying to beat things into place. So always try to work smarter rather than harder, because use the tools that you have and you guys will be able to do this stuff a lot easier. All right, so quick update here, guys. We got the front impact bar, reinforcement bar, whatever you want to call this thing, back on. Looks good. We were able to get this to line back up perfectly. We are not welding this together. I don't necessarily think that I need to, but we're not welding it together. But everything looks good. Everything seats pretty well on here. So now we are on to the next thing. Let's see if we can get this reinforcement bar with the foam padding on and see how that goes. Alright guys, so a quick update. I think I lost that footage of me putting this on. Pretty simple though. All it is kind of goes on, you It's got these little push pin retainers. Something just like that. Super simple, it's on there now. So technically, we are good with this. I'm gonna see if I can test fit the bumper, see how that goes, but I wanna get something down here first. That way when we put it down, we don't scratch it or anything. And we'll just see how it looks, all completely done. I know the angle for the camera is not the greatest, but we'll see how it goes and how it looks right now. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. Make sure that you guys subscribe down below, comment, like, all those good things. Make sure you guys have your post notifications on, and let's keep this channel going and help support it and share everything that you guys see here. Hopefully you guys will be inspired by this and just pick up a wrench, buy a car, do whatever you need to do. Just try to become a DIY salvage guy yourself.